Hey everybody, it's the Live All Good podcast coming back at you. We are doing something new this time. We are doing a series on essential oils. So we're going to talk to a distributor shortly and find out what essential oils are all about. Stay tuned, we'll be right back. Hey everybody, welcome back to the Live All Good podcast. This is our first episode of a 5-part series with exploring essential oils. And it's with Taylor Grigsby. And let's introduce her now. Hey Taylor, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good, doing good. So can you tell me give me a basic overview of these essential oils? What is this about? But before we do, let's just make sure we're clear for our audience that we are discussing options using essential oils. We are not advising anyone to do anything, but we are discussing best practices and purposes of what essential oils are used for. If your intent is to ingest these oils, we strongly advise that you do your research or you speak with a certified herbalist, a certified naturopath, or a certified aromatherapist in order to fully understand what ingesting and putting these oils in your food would do for you, and anything else that you may have to do if ingesting is your intent. Again, please be clear, we are not advising anyone to do anything with these oils, but do your research, speak with a certified herbalist, naturopath, or aromatherapist if you intend on ingesting these oils in any type of way, either it's food or water. Okay, Taylor, go ahead.
So, essential oils are basically just an alternative way to take care of some health issues or that you may have, or for example, sunburns maybe. There are essential oils you can use for that, indigestion, just a more natural way to take care of some health issues instead of having to use, let's see,
Instead of like using
Motrin,
traditional
right,
medicine.
right.
Okay. So this is more of a natural product or more of a holistic product, not something that's over the counter or drug related.
Correct.
Okay. Nice. So what is the company that represents or sells essential oils? What is the company you work with?
I work with Doterra.
Okay.
And Doterra is a US based company. It is also
Sure.
an international company. So they do
Mm-hmm.
sell oils all over the world.
Mm-hmm.
And they have like farms all over the world that help produce these oils. So they
Mm.
work internationally.
Okay. So can you explain a little bit more about that, about the farms that produce these oils?
So they have farms in countries that are not well developed, and so they
Mm-hmm.
help pay farmers to grow these, like for example, lavender. There may be a
Sure.
farm that grows lavender, and then they pay these farmers good wages to help them
Mm-hmm.
support themselves and their families, and then they're shipped over here to the United States once it's gone through the whole process of testing and things like that. It's shipped over to
Mm-hmm.
the United States and then it's bottled and shipped out.
Okay, so I want to circle back and clarify. So all these oils are like plant based. Is that
Yes,
correct?
correct.
Okay. And what you're saying is then, obviously, without going into way too much detail, but DoTerra has these farms in third world countries or underdeveloped countries, and they hire farmers, and the farmers then um, grow whatever plants for whatever oils. And then once that is processed, um, are all the oils FDA approved here in the United States?
Okay, so the FDA does not regulate essential oils as far like they do
Mm-hmm.
traditional medicine. But
Ah,
I'll
okay.
get into that a little bit more with why I chose doTERRA, because that's a big part of why I chose doTERRA
Sure.
to
Sure.
go with. But yeah,
Okay. Okay. So there's no federal regulations at this point.
correct.
In the industry is probably company based on company by company. They have their own type of regulations that they go through.
Right.
Okay. Sure. What are before we get into why you chose doTERRA, can you talk about any other companies that may do similar things or that are in competition with doTERRA?
Yes. So there are a few. One that's the most
Hmm.
popular is called Young Living.
Okay.
That's another one. That's a big competitor. When I see people that use essential oils, if they're not with doTERRA, 9 times out of 10, and what I've seen, they're with Young
Hmm.
Living.
Okay.
So that's another big one. And a couple other ones are Plant Therapy, Rocky
Hmm.
Mountain Oils, and then Eden's
Hmm.
Garden.
Okay. Okay. So there's a few companies out there that are doing the same thing or
Mm-hmm.
essentially the same thing. Okay.
Yeah.
So yes, let talk to our listeners and let us know why you chose doTERRA over these other companies.
Okay. So I do have to say I did a lot of research myself in looking at all the companies, because I did go back and forth between doTERRA and Young Living at first.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But a couple of the things that really drew me to doTERRA
Mm-hmm.
was their CPTG quality testing, which is their certified pure testing grade,
Okay.
which means that they test all of their oils to make sure there's no added fillers, synthetic ingredients, or harmful contaminants in all of their oils. So
Mm.
that was very important for me in bringing something into my home, with
Sure.
my children, making
Sure.
sure that it wasn't filled with other stuff, saying that it's an essential oil, but it's really not an essential oil because it's not pure. It's
Mm-hmm.
not a pure oil. Um,
Absolutely. That's important. Okay. Very good.
Another thing was that, like I said, the FDA does not regulate essential oils right now, and they don't
Mm.
recognize it as a way to treat or cure any
Sure.
type of diseases.
Mm-hmm.
But what doTERRA does is on every bottle, they have a lot
Mm-hmm.
number and an expiration date. So the lot number, you can go onto their website. They have a website that you can go onto,
Mm-hmm.
and you can type in that lot number, and it'll tell you exactly where that bottle was sourced from.
Mm.
And then the expiration date helps prepare them for if the FDA were to ever regulate,
Mm-hmm.
essential oils and say you
The
can
industry.
use this and they acknowledge it.
Sure.
doTERRA is ready. They have the
Sure.
lot number, they have the expiration date, and that for me was like, okay, they're already on top of the ball. They're
Mm-hmm.
ready if
Mm-hmm.
the FDA says yes, this is okay. So
Okay. Good.
those were the two biggest things for me.
Nice. Yeah, and I mean, those are some big ones. If the regulation, if a federal body wants to regulate this industry, seems like they have dotted their I's and crossed their T's. They're ready to go. Um, Also, and I did hear you say that even though are they have international farms, international ties, they are U.S. based. That means their headquarters is based in U.S. Is that correct
Yes,
to say?
yes.
Okay. Where in the U.S. are they based?
In Utah. Utah.
In Utah. Okay. Okay. That's interesting that they're in Utah and one of their competitors is Rocky Mountain Oils. You said
Yes.
that's a little close, I guess. No. All right, cool. So then that's a really good background. Is there anything else that you would like listeners to know about doTERRA before we get into the oils that we want to highlight on this episode?
Well, doTERRA doesn't just sell oils, so they sell a lot more than just oils. So it
Mm.
is an essential oils company. But
Hmm.
they do sell vitamin supplements. I know, like for instance, my kids take their children's vitamins. I take their vitamins.
Hmm.
And they sell cleaning supplies, body soap, hand soap. Like it's more than just an essential oil
Ah,
company.
okay. So it's um then I guess is doTERRA like a natural product company?
Yes.
Okay. So even like the vitamins that you said your kids take and the vitamins you take, everything is based off of something natural.
Correct.
No chemicals, nothing added. Okay. That's good. Good to know. All right. Okay. Well then let's get into how many oils do you have to talk about today?
3.
Awesome. All right. So let's talk about the first oil and what it is used for.
So lemon is the first oil. And a
Okay.
fun fact about lemon is a lot of people think that the lemon oil comes like from lemon juice or the lemon juice. It comes from the
Mm-hmm.
rind of the lemon. So it
Mm.
doesn't come from, you can't get lemon oil from lemon squeezing a lemon. It comes from the rind of the lemon.
So they're not getting the juice from the meat. Okay.
Right.
So now is this same lemon juice or lemon oil? Sorry, because lemon juice would be from the meat.
Hmm.
Is the lemon oil something that you could drink, or am I jumping the gun here with what you want to
No,
talk
you
about?
can. You can ingest it. So, real
Mm-hmm.
quick, before I get into the oils, there's 3 ways that you can use them. You can
Oh,
take them
sure.
internally. So,
Okay.
you can take them in a veggie cap, or you can add them to your water.
Mm-hmm.
You can use them topically, which is applying it to the affected area or
Mm-hmm.
wherever you want to apply it to.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and you can use it aromatically. So you can
Uh,
diffuse it. So there's
okay.
3 ways, those 3 ways. And I'll talk about for each of the uses how you
Mm-hmm.
would use it.
Okay. So applying it topically would be something like a salve or a gotcha. Yeah, like so you could use it to treat a burn or like a
Right.
mosquito bite, something like
Mm-hmm.
that.
Yeah.
Okay. Or bee sting.
Yep.
Awesome. Okay. So yeah, and then you said you can ingest them. And then well, not all of them, but there are 3 different ways that you can use them. Okay.
Right.
Okay. Really good. All right. So what is the first oil we're talking about is lemon oil.
Correct.
It
So
comes from the
lemon
rind.
oil,
Okay.
right. So lemon oil can be used to help balance your pH.
Mm.
Runny nose or allergies. I know that's
Mm-hmm.
really come going around a lot lately with the weather.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
and it can help with congestion and
Mm.
emotional balance. So those.
Interesting. Okay.
So with
So
oh,
mhm, go ahead.
so with the pH balance, it suggested you would apply it to like your ears and your ankles topically, but you can also
Mm-hmm.
take it internally by adding it to your water, like a couple
Mm.
drops to your water.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
For a runny nose, you can diffuse it, so use it aromatically.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You can use it topically, and then you can take it internally as well.
Sure. So going back to the aromatic use,
Hmm.
I'm assuming, but I don't want to assume, and our listeners might be interested as well. Does doTERRA sell specific diffusers, or could you use any type of diffuser or uh, what are they called? I'm running a blank here. A mister or that kind of thing. Does doTERRA
doTERRA,
sell as well?
they do have their own line of diffusers, but you can use any. I know a lot of people that'll buy them off of Amazon. It doesn't matter what
Mm-hmm.
type of diffuser that you use, the oils will
Okay.
still do their job.
Okay. So it's not okay. Good. So you don't necessarily have to buy the DoTerra diffuser.
Correct.
Will the oil work better with the DoTerra product, or that's hasn't really been tested?
No, I know people that use doTERRA oils, and I've been to their houses, and they don't use a doTERRA diffuser, and I
Mm-hmm.
it still works just fine.
Awesome. Okay. Good. 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 Any um. So just to recap, what is lemon oil good for? The uses that you went over. Just to recap.
Balance your pH, runny nose
Mm-hmm.
and allergies, emotional
Mm-hmm.
balance, and congestion.
Mm. Okay. Good. The emotional balance. Can we dive into that just a little bit? How does the lemon oil help emotional balance?
So, and another way that you can use the lemon oil aromatically is by
Mm-hmm.
putting like a couple drops in your hands. Like for emotional balance, you might want to put a couple drops in your hands, rub it
Mm-hmm.
together, and then inhale on your hands.
Oh,
So,
I see. Okay.
So with emotional balance, it can help give you a sense of go from a sense of mindlessness to a sense of energized.
Mm, okay, good. Um, Before we get on to the next oil,
Mm-hmm.
just a quick question about doTERRA and what kind of testing have they done to, um, I guess, is it fact based? Is it science based? Or did they just do trial and error? Like, oh, we shouldn't use lemon oil for that. How did they come about finding out what oils work with what?
It's basically just trial and error because
Hmm.
everybody's body is going to react differently to an essential
Sure.
oil. So for me, if I have a runny nose, lemon oil may work for me, but for you, it may
Hmm.
not work for you. So you may have to because your body is different than mine. But these are
Sure.
just general
Oh,
uses
these are
for
general
that.
use.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay. Good to know. That's that's definitely specific because also in the health coaching, um, everybody's body is different with different foods. So
Right.
that's very important to know about the oils. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. All right. Is there anything else we'd like to? We did a recap on the lemon oil. So what is oil number two?
Lavender.
Nice. All right. So what is it? Give us the rundown on lavender.
It can help with sleep issues, sunburn,
Okay.
burns or scars,
Mm-hmm.
allergies, bug bites or hives, and it can also
Mm-hmm.
help support your emotional balance.
Okay. Now I have heard lavender helping with emotional balance. It aromatically, I guess, it gives you like a calming sensation. It helps lower your stress levels, helps lower your tension. Is that pretty accurate
Yeah.
with lavender?
Hmm.
Okay. Okay. So same thing with lavender then. What are all the ways that you can take lavender?
So for sleep issues, you can use it topically, like around your nose, like under your nose and on the bottoms of your
Mm-hmm.
feet. And then you can
Hmm.
also use it aromatically.
Mm-hmm.
For burns and sunburns, you would apply
Is
it straight to that area.
top. Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Um,
Can lavender be ingested?
it can.
Oh, I was expecting you to say no.
It actually can. Actually, my fiance Drew was having
Hmm.
really bad allergies. We went to Ohio and he was having really bad allergies, and so I made
Sure.
him a veggie cap with
Hmm.
lavender, lemon, and peppermint. So he took that internally. So yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay. So let me circle back then real quick. Oh no, you know what? Let's go ahead and finish about lavender, and I will circle back with the veggie cap that you made.
Okay.
Okay.
Um. So, with allergies, you can take it in a capsule, just like I said with Drew. Took his in a capsule. Bug bites,
Mm-hmm.
you would apply that topically to the bite, and
Sure.
then we talked about the emotional balance. So you would apply
Sure.
that to your pressure point.
Oh, okay, like the temples or anywhere else. Okay,
Correct.
gotcha. Nice. So let's go ahead and circle back to the veggie cap because you said you made one.
Hmm.
So it doesn't already come in a capsule if you're going to ingest it. You would have to put that together.
Well, doTERRA does have a thing called Tri-Ease, which is basically lemon, lavender, and peppermint in a capsule
Okay.
already made. But they sell these things called veggie caps, and
Mm-hmm.
they're vegetable derived capsules that
Mm-hmm.
you use, and you can take them apart. So my sister-in-law
Mm.
had them, and so I took them
Mm-hmm.
apart and put two drops of lemon, lavender, and peppermint in there, and then closed it
Mm-hmm.
back up, and he just took it with water.
Oh, okay. Okay. So I get it now. So it sounds like the bottles come with like their little droppers, right? That kind of thing, or it comes out enough that it's a few drops. Is that right?
Yeah, it comes with
In the dispenses.
yeah, it dispenses in a few drops. Yep.
Hmm. Okay. And then these veggie caps, do you know what you said they're derived from plants and vegetables? Do you know which ones, or can you order different types?
Um, these are so doTERRA does have some vegan products, but the veggie capsules are not
Hmm.
vegan.
Okay, that is definitely good to know for our listeners. Sure,
So,
they're not vegan, but they're vegetarian, or they're not good enough for vegans.
right.
But it's a vegetable based capsule.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, okay, awesome. Okay, so let's do a quick recap with lavender, if you don't mind.
Yep. Sleep issues, sunburns
Mm-hmm.
or burns and scars, allergies,
Mm-hmm.
bug bites and hives, and emotional
Mm.
balance.
Nice. And it can be taken in which ways, which forms?
It can be used aromatically, internally, or topically.
Nice. Okay. So we got lemon oil, we've got lavender, and what is the last but not least oil that you
Peppermint.
have today? Peppermint. Okay, so we've heard you mention peppermint a few times. So tell us about peppermint.
So peppermint is really good. I'm speaking from personal experience here for headaches and migraines. It can also be
Okay.
good for hangovers,
Oh, we
fevers,
don't have those in.
fevers, hot flashes,
Mm-hmm.
sunburns,
Mm-hmm.
and emotional balance.
Hmm. Okay. All right. So sounds like peppermint has a few more uses than the other two, than lemon oil and lavender. Is that correct?
Yes.
A few more? Okay. All right. I mean, I know we're doing the same song and dance with each oil, but let's go ahead and talk about the ways that you mentioned what it's for. So I assume it's then topical. You can ingest it,
Mm-hmm.
or aromatically,
Correct.
correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay. If you were to apply it topically for emotional balance, what would you do? Since you said you were speaking from experience.
I would apply it to probably my temples, right behind my ears, and at the base
Hmm.
of my skull. By my neck.
Ah, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Like base of your neck.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Those are the good pressure points that help relieve the headache. About how long does that take to work?
So it takes about 20 seconds for the smell to reach your brain
Sure.
for
Okay.
it to actively hit your body and hit your bloodstream. So
Wow. So okay, we'll say like what, 20 to 30 seconds until, so 20 seconds for the scent of the peppermint to hit your
mm-hmm.
brain. And your brain detects the chemical scent of peppermint, and then that actual scent goes into your bloodstream and through your body.
Right. So it take let me
With
be more
30
let me be
seconds.
more specific. So about 22
Oh,
seconds
sure.
for the molecules to reach your
Mm-hmm.
brain, 2 minutes to be
Mm-hmm.
found in your bloodstream, and then about 20 minutes to
Wow.
affect every cell in the body.
Wow. So we're saying that it takes less than 20 to 30 minutes, or less than 30 minutes, for peppermint to help relieve
Yes,
the
well, really,
headache.
any oil at that fact. So, like it'll take less than 30 minutes for any oil to in your body when you use it.
Wow. That is, wow. Okay. And it's good that you're speaking, like you use this. Although I'm imagining that doTERRA, again, it's science based, and science based in fact, but wow, less than 30 minutes. Okay. That's
Yes.
really good. All right. So let's do a quick recap on
So
peppermint.
headaches, hangovers, bad breath, fevers, hot flashes, burns,
Mm-hmm.
sunburns, and
Mm-hmm.
emotional balance.
Wow. That, those three oils, man, have a lot of good uses. Sounds really good. Um, so how, if people want to purchase these oils from you or get in touch with you, how can they do that?
They can send me an email at Grigsby Taylor, GRIGSBY TAYLOR doterra DOTERRA @gmail.com.
Okay. And for those of you who are listeners who may want to contact her, we will have this in a blog. It's on the liveallgood.com website, and it will be in a personal blog, or you will be able to find it on the website. And the episode is Essential Oils. This will be episode 1. It's in our 5-part series in our podcast. And if you want to reach out through the website, you can do that as well at liveallgood.44.com or liveallgood44@gmail.com. Sorry about that. Or there's a form to fill out to contact me as well. And we can definitely get you connected and subscribed to Doterra with Taylor for essential oils. Wow, man, that's those are some uses that I really did not know about. Is there anything that you would want our listeners to know about Doterra or about essential oils before we go?
It is a really good alternative to traditional medicine. I love using it. My kids love using it. So, I mean, it can be good for the whole family. It doesn't just have to be you. Once you get your whole family involved, you're really helping your whole family. So,
nice. All right. Well, we will end it with that, folks. Thank you for listening to our first episode of Essential Oils. Again, this is the first episode of our 5-part series, and you can look for it on liveallgood.com. We're also on Spotify. We're on Google Podcasts. We're working on getting on Apple Podcasts. Just search liveallgood.com, and hopefully we are around. All right. I'd like to thank Taylor for today's episode. Thank you so much. And we will talk to you guys again next month.